I'm very intrigued with this particular stock. I just wanted to share my analysis since I did not hear anybody reply back to my question there on the WhatsApp. So I'll just keep it very quick. So this one is a daily chart of SHRIPISTONs, and if you recall during our training sessions, this particular stock came up as part of the Skinner.in website where we were scanning for fundamentally strong stocks. You already have the screener for that, and so there is some very interesting profiles that I wanted to explain here. The first thing is, let's get into the weekly chart, and you will notice that the character of the stock itself looks very interesting, right? So this guy is able to give us some good moves here. First it will do a pullback, and then comes a second move or a third move, and then a pullback, and then another big move, and then it stays flat. So generally, what it means is that the character of a stock itself is good. It has a tendency based on its historical performance that it is able to give us good moves and big moves as well, right? Say for example, this move here was close to 200%, right? And then it gave a pullback of how much? Maybe 100%, right? So you go back here and then see it gave a pullback of close to 35% here. Okay. And then it again gave a further uh, rise of 113%, etc. Right. So recently, it has given up a good amount of rally of close to 25%. Right. So now what I'll do here is, let me get back into something where we define. Look at this one into a shorter time frame, and you'll notice that this is after giving up a rally of close to, how much is this, 30 to 40%, right, in the past. This has formed a box here. If you can just draw a box here, you'll see that the stock has been fluctuating in that particular price range itself. It is not able to cross. So you can see those the parallel channel that we'll be able to draw here, right? You see somewhere here there is a channel that's been drawn here, right? This particular channel here. Anyways, as I said, right, you don't have to exactly match the top to the bottom, but then you need to ensure that the majority of the move actually gets captured. Now, the other characteristic of this particular stock that I liked a lot is the volume profile of the stock itself. So during this entire journey, from May all the way till now, which is probably 7 months, the volume has been decreasing here. See this? It's seen lowest volume in the quarter couple of times. See this? And it has seen consistent amount of buying here that's happened. So the number of blue bars that you notice is a lot higher compared to the number of red bars here. And whenever the red bars have actually occurred, it's been with relatively lower volume compared to the blue bars. After that, it has given up a good amount of move here. And when this came up into our screening tool here, I indicated if this could be a right time for us to go back and then take an entry here, into Shri Pistons. But then the stock tried to move further, and it was not able to break this green line that's been drawn here. Since then, it's been performing or moving sideways. Now, whenever the drop happens, it is happening with very, very low volume. And yesterday, that's on 31st of December, this was a very interesting move. It moved by a big margin here. This is the first time it actually tried to cross this line, the green indication here. What it means is that now if I go back and then filter this, look at this more into a shorter time frame, let's say 10-minute time frame, for example, on the 31st December, that's here. Look at this. The market started off around 9:15 here. It stayed in that particular range for the majority of the times, right? From here all the way till 2:35, it stayed there. And then we saw a massive buying that happened from 235 and all the way till 330 till it actually got closed. So somewhere around the last candle was when the stock closed above this line here, which kind of gave me a very bullish indication. And I was preparing to take an entry if the stock is able to sustain the next day onwards. Interestingly, good that I did not take an entry because after that it started fizzling out, and then the next day, that's the Jan 1st, that's today morning, it started closing down here, right? Which means that there is a good chunk of buying that's coming along here, but then at that particular price, we also did notice that a good amount of selling also happened here. And then you see now in the 10-minute time frame, there's a very good amount of selling, big green bars here. It's actually happening here. Sorry, red bars are actually happening here. So in my opinion, I would probably go back and then again, analyze and then see how the stock behaves. And this has been my trigger here, right? The rectangular channel once again gets drawn so that you are able to wait for the channel to be broken so that you'll be able to go back and then take an entry there if needed. So if you see here, once again, the position can be made. So once you're able to break this particular channel here, the green bar once again acts to me like a zone of resistance. And once that is broken successfully, it sustains the next day. And probably, it can be a good one to consider for an entry as well. Fundamentals, there's no question about it. It's all doing perfectly fine. And we aren't able to discuss on this indicator here. It's called as a squeeze indicator. And this, according to me, also looks bullish. When we do this online session, we will be able to cover this. And yeah, that's my quick analysis of this particular stock.